Welcome back to ECS Season 6. We have another map, maybe another exciting one between EUnited and MIBR. Who would have thought that the underdogs from North America, that no one really expected to do much here this season, managed to take down MIBR to kick things off, and that wasn't even their map pick. We're on Mirage next, chaps. A lot more open affair, a lot more forgiving towards the snipers. We didn't see a stunning show from ECS. Some good rounds from him. He wasn't the main catalyst, I would say. Like early on, he looked very good. Do you feel like he can be more of an influence now?
I think long term, I think there are some shots, like, I mean, he's not Draken, right? He lands like most of his shots, but
Yeah.
I feel like there are more situations where he can frag even more than he is now. And I think most likely he'll kind of develop into that. Because, I mean, these are like battles. This is not like your casual holding an angle normal stuff. This is like the battle sniper kind of stuff that you see from a Fallen, a Stewie, an automatic, and so on. And I think that he will only add frags to his repertoire over a longer period of time.
Now, let's look at MIBR down. They had Fur looking amazing in that map. Even though they didn't win, his aim was impeccable. On Mirage, he's known to be one of the most aggressive players in the game, generally speaking. CT side of Mirage, he definitely has the option to do that. Do you feel like we're going to see more of that sort of stuff from him, or they be a little bit more disciplined now? Maybe he gave too much away again in the first map?
I think he has every right to be just as confident, and I think that aggressive play style is really strong against weaker teams because it just dismantles their, like, they just feel like they have no room to breathe and they're constantly having to adapt. And that adaptation is something that you were talking about previously, which is a skill set of a much more experienced team. It's much easier to be like, okay, this has gone wrong, it's fine, we can develop this way. Whereas lesser experienced teams find it more difficult to adapt. So I would imagine that we should see more of that. I would hope so, at least.
Yes, I think it might be able to realize that pound for pound, pretty much every player on that team or their team is going to be stronger than what EUnited have. And I hope they do live up to expectations and start applying the pressure more and more. They kind of think, now we've lost a single map here, we're going to put the brakes on and maybe just hold up a bit more. I do expect maybe I'll take this map, but I hope it's to be competitive again. That was pretty incredible from players like Moose, especially. We don't really talk about those sort of guys. We focus on the bigger names in the squad, but Moose had some of the most influential kills towards the end of that first map. He looked incredibly good. One of the riflers, one of the names under the radar. I don't think I've heard of most of these guys in this squad ever in terms of high-level CS, which makes things quite exciting right for their future.
Yeah, and I think that's why they will be criminally underrated and underestimated, which works in their favor.
Yeah.
Is because you don't have the name value there. But as we're seeing in 2018, name value will only take you so far. So, of course, we've seen Skylar on a number of, Rex on a number of different teams. But for the rest of them, they're all pretty much new names to me, which is fantastic.
Which is really cool. And it goes to show that there's definitely hope, and even when you're going up against some of the world's best here, as long as you play your game. And I think one of the main points I always make with these sort of teams in this particular league is they don't have to be abroad as much as the other squads, right?
Yeah.
You can, if you're smart and you've been given an opportunity to play in ECS, you should be grinding out the games, right? You should be making sure every day you're getting on the theory, you're getting the executions, you're working out what makes these top teams the very best, what are their weaknesses, how can we learn from them? And you do not want to see them turn up by G2 looking like sloppy and messy. We want them to be efficient. Everything needs to be completely 100% airtight. All the executions and theory is all locked down. I feel like we're seeing that from EUnited, and hopefully we see a bit more as we're about to go into the game. See?
Quick note, I uploaded a full 5-man POV of the space station execute on Cash I was talking about, but obviously watch it during the break because now it's time for Mirage. EUnited on the T side. No P250s, just 5 Glocks, 4 players of Kevlar, and Skylar, I don't know if he's bored actually, because I don't see anything. I think I saw some grenades, but never mind. Anyway, we've got Fallen being dropped. Dazzle's going huge here with the Glock, making their way all the way through Connect. Bomb's getting planted as well, Fur unable to stop it, and now it's, well, they've somehow got the man advantage in MIBR, all kinds of frags going on. Moose and Ace remain. Now it's just Moose. Alone, doesn't have the range for the Glock anymore. And, well, that will be a very easy frag for Stewie. Tarek and Stewie will get the cheap helmets, $350. Ironically, these decoys, if it hit one of those two, it would have cost him $1,000. Or $650, those decoys.
Sure.
Got to be careful, man.
You have. Did they take armor off you as well? Getting hit by those?
I believe so.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, because it's an explosion, yeah. So
the explosion certainly does. I killed somebody with an explosion of a decoy once. I threw it randomly into the A side, just blasted it from T-spawn and killed someone during a round.
Amazing. Well, Dazzle's got armor to to go with his decoy. I assume he got a couple of kills. It's up to MIBR there to hold them off.
Let's see if he can do that. Stewie with a nice pop flash into the lower position. That's a nice one. If you stand in a corner of the table, you can bounce the flash off the pillar into the lower area, but of course that gives a sound cue as well. Stewie's one will give less sound cue. coldzera getting a moustache going on. Best eyebrows in Counter-Strike, as certified by James Bardolph.
So you know it's good.
Damn right.
So the AKs come out now. Fallen can actually afford the AWP, and so can Ace. So you can see this is where the game's heading towards. We can have gun rounds now on number 3 pretty much consistently. Don't have to wait around too long for them.
That's crazy. Seeing 0-2 at the top and then seeing this buy is really blowing my mind right now. It's blowing my mind.
EUnited had to get the bomb down, just to be clear, in the pistol for this to happen, but yes. You are right, Dan.
Oh! How has he done that?
Damn. Fallen must have fallen out of his chair for that one.
Do you feel like they maybe design a gap in that smoke just to bait the CTs in to maybe try and take that angle, then just come and pre-fire it? That would be pretty next level.
I wouldn't be surprised if people were doing something like that.
Just to like say, oh, you think you got a gap? No, we come in and pre-fire that now.
That is outrageous. It's heinous. I love me some heinous activities. Heinous wordplay.
I'm sure you can do some lineups as well from inside the smoke.
First picked up the AWP. There's a lineup for the table support, which is to the left of Fur. When a CT stands on that to look at players who are getting in position to look into the window, there's a lineup from top mid to shoot somebody who's standing on that. Vertigo from the UK. Been nerding out on that. Showed me a long time ago. Unable to land one, but Stewie will land a shot into Sandwich. Looking for another one. Big headshot onto Dazzle. He is very on fire. Fur with 1 HP with AWP now, and Stewie will get taken down finally. A trade. 30 seconds, and it's a 3-on-3.
Not a bad frag at all. Stewie almost evading it with a crouch, but Moose looking to edge onto the side. They have a time pressure and a flank pressure as well.
From the back.
Moose has to watch out, because here goes Tarek, and that MP9 doing all sorts of damage, swapping out for the M4 that he's picked up. That is very problematic. Cole will finish it off. Moose shot in the caboose.
Oh, double AWP saved, and Tarek's saving the day, to be fair, coming out of the palace area with the MP9, finds the first kill, and throws the cap on the pigeons, as there's nothing really they could do to recover that situation. The gun round will go in favour of MIBR, but the buy might be possible for EUnited. You can see with the bomb planted, it's still not impossible for them. Stewie looking sharp as ever, and this was the play that really decided the round. Tarek comes through. Sure, didn't get the quick double kill, but coldzera closed things out, and indeed they will buy. So they've got AKs, 1 smoke, and 2 flashbangs. Surely not going to work out for them, especially against this double AWP setup. It's going to take something brilliant individually.
Ready and waiting. Shadow position, a strong one. Go the nades, and no one's looking for him really, just expecting the flames to do the damage, and a lot of damage has been done, but 2 EUnited, MIBR are down a man, but they have a good position here. coldzera doesn't have to worry about any nades on these T players. They'll keep facing him. It's so brave, but it works out somehow.
That's the round that works for them. It's the 1 smoke flashbang combo. They have got the AKs, but that missed shot from coldzera, and the bomb was down in front of him. If he nails that, they probably win the round. But you can see EUnited was smart about it. The fact they sent all 3 players there, not only does it make it very chaotic and confusing who to fire at, if he does miss, you're definitely going to trade him out. Like, there's no problem at all there. And that's pretty much all they could do. They had no smokes, nothing at all. And MIBR invest everything they've got in a double AWP setup with 3 pistols around it. I don't mind this. We'll see what they can do with it. But it's Fur that's dropped first. That's one of the AWPs removed.
But did he get around the corner into laddering before Fallen saw him? Mostly on pistols, maybe it matters not. Molotov towards his short position. Whereas AWP, that's a question for EUnited to find out. Hopefully not the hard way, for them at least. Stewie now, looking for info. The team will need to rotate on this information. Although Moose is well positioned. keeping an eye on Palace and the ramp. No, Cold is towards A. Sorry, B. And the bomb rotates towards A. Dazzle should have got that one. Cold0 with an ill-timed unscoping. He was wide open there. He won't get many opportunities to pick off Cold0 like that. Tarek, does he go for the peak? Oh, that's the high health player first, but he doesn't get the low health player. And he may not know now, but 1 versus 3, I'm sure Cold0 is saving anyway.
Indeed. Well, there we go. Tarek with a chance to sabotage almost everything there. If he had maybe denied the plant first, that could have been enough, but not meant to be. It will be 2 rounds now for EUnited. They won before with next to no utility whatsoever. They now hold off against the double orb setup again. It was faster play towards middle. Finding Fur in the connector very quickly. You can see EUnited changing the pace up, and why not? It worked out tremendously well. Just as MIBR getting comfortable against the defaults, they throw that in there. And hello.
No.
Cold0 has gone down. Dapper finds him, and they don't want the AWP because you don't really want 2 of those on the
Colour me impressed.
That first kill he made in the last round happened on the 12th second.
Yeah.
That's how fast he was. The 12th second of the round.
Is that the one towards Fur?
Yeah. Yeah, he just ran all the way. Probably with a good spawn as well.
Full eco, boys. Remember, if you are just joining us, EUnited won the first head-to-head matchup against these two.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah. You forgot about that, didn't you?
How did you forget that?
I don't know. I don't think I really
didn't sink in.
Coffee machine is around the corner, Dan.
It's just so surprising.
It is. That was real life.
Like,
talk about lag.
Was this real? Did this really happen?
It's 5 rounds into the next game. Oh, they won the first game. Back and forth. I want to see another back and forth. Surprising rounds being won. More or less a mirror of the previous match, regardless of who wins. Because that was really entertaining. It was engaging. It was engaging. And I want to see EUnited do well against tougher opposition, such as MIBR. Whether they win or lose. They've had some tough losses already, but I want to see a good showing because it's promising for the long term. The short term results aren't as important. Not to me, obviously they are to them, but I want to see further promise from the likes of EUnited.
I actually thought that for EUnited to win this match, they would have to have a very strong T side because I don't think that... Because I would assume that MIBR should have a super difficult CT side for them. And I'm not super confident about MIBR's T side. So this, to me, is shaping up. If EUnited can get to 8 to 10 rounds, that they could absolutely win this one as well. MIBR seem to know it's going to be B. That's not a good sign for EUnited.
Well, they're not going to commit just yet, but they are looking like they will. Falling in the flames, there needs to be very careful. 4 players over the CTs on this side of the map. Quite interesting. Moose will set up smokes now towards the pillar area. This is a full commitment now. They have to go with this one. Less than a minute remaining. Fallen to defend first, and down he'll go. Will they be ready for the rest of the CT presence here? Absolutely not. Mowing them down. Tarek doing a great job here. Should be able to find the third as well. Maybe the jumping shot, the USP required here. Doesn't go for it just yet, knowing that if he goes down, the round will topple up the Moose, but it'll be dropped, and that's going to be it. It's EUnited, not really running a default at the start there. Straight into that B execution. Dan, you spotted it at the start. It was a full B stack from MIBR, and my God, does it work. They get the first kill, even EUnited, and still wasn't anywhere near winning the round. So there we go. It will be 4-3. MIBR taking the lead once again. But there is still money available for the North Americans.
It would have been quite fun to see like a fake in that round. That would have been pretty humorous. You feel like they gave too much time though for MIBR, but no talk about that. No time, as time might be running low for Fur here, as they're charging his position with such a quick pace. Once again, Fallen from the underpass is doing a lot of damage here, but the response is not too shabby coming in from EUnited. Dapper, unfortunately for him, can't survive. The smoke is unfavorable for him. Ace in a 1v3 now. Live by mid, die by mids. EUnited will succumb to MIBR.
Absolute anarchy which MIBR will thrive in. Fallen, absolutely king of the battle snipers.
Oh, yes.
Lives for that kind of carnage. He loves it.
Absolutely loves it.
Absolutely loves it.
We get to the next round, and this does not look like the full investment. Can I have to see the money, please? Yeah, partial buy coming through. The AK for Moose. And Deagle's CZ and a Tech 9. Notable mention. And a great shot from Fallen. He doesn't have to overcommit to this. He knows that Deagles will be poised on his position, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's very fast, very efficient, and so is Fur, getting it done with Cold Zera. That should be it. Moose will get 1 for his troubles, but now the scoreline is starting to increase quite dramatically. MIBR 6, EUnited 3, and they do have a buy available, so not all is lost just yet. Just a note, MIBR win. At least one of the pistols this time managed to get 0 and 3 on both halves on Inferno.
Big rounds, especially for EUnited. Nothing in the hole. One player up short. Has he been spotted by Cold? He has, and now he's dead. He's gone. He's history. He has been deleted. There is no undo. Such is the nature of history. Dazzle trying to bait out a shot if in case anybody's in connector. Fallen, he's everywhere. Last round he was in underpass with an AWP. Absolute madness. 5 versus 3. What is the response from EUnited? I think the way MIBR are playing at the moment and the opening kills they're getting is just really difficult for EUnited. I think this is the hardest counter-strike for them to play.
They'll pick up the bomb. And where are they taking it? Problem is there's a push in B apartments. So going B apartments is very dangerous. They might not realize how dangerous it really is, but as soon as Tarek, yep, he's got to go. Oh, interesting. The timing is, they must have heard that, surely.
Well, they don't seem to be investigating that area. I doubt they have. If they did, they probably assumed it was towards short. But in they go. Dazzle holding. And Tarek's going to call that maybe B is clear for now, but Stewie doesn't seem convinced. Molotov's now, at least he's got an early call and can contest the bomb plant.
Well, there's Dazzle in a flanking position, but it's down to Stewie. He's got time to play with, and they haven't thoroughly checked this site. 2 of the 3 players here, but surely someone's on the site. Well, caught with the bomb in his hands, and this will fall to pieces for EUnited. Close, but not quite. Only 1 player fragged for MIBR, continuing to build the money as they build in rounds, as they build in consecutive rounds, as they grow with confidence.
It's pretty sad for EUnited if you consider that the timing was so unbelievable. Like, they arrive around the corner at the perfect timing to have the fastest timing unknown into the B-bomb site and still can't get anything from the round. That's not a good sign, and EUnited now going with an A set piece. Let's see if it works out.
Set piece of pistols.
The dream.
Got a speedboat and a duck pond. Not quite fit for purpose. And Molotov for Fur's position. They'll spot him, but it's Fur. Doesn't mean you'll kill him. He'll probably kill you. Ace looking for him. Ace, the last one to fall, with a finger pointing towards the sky. Just needed a few more seconds. 3 to 8 in favor of MIBR. It's a short flurry of rounds earlier on from EUnited. MIBR will continue to build. Very serious looking Stewie. Wants revenge for that loss. Another fast short jump from Cold Zera. Didn't see the player behind him. Well, Zappa is on a charge now. What a change of events. A smoke towards jungle, or perhaps not. He's all over the place, Zappa.
Yeah.
Taken CT, 4 versus 2 now. Very strong position, but the bomb hasn't gone down.
3 on 2. Tarek knows he has to fight here. He'll be getting himself towards the bomb site. You can hear the bomb being down, but he might better get both. Somehow Dapper gets his 4th of the round. What a brilliant showing from him. He gets in there, finds the first 2 kills, drops with utility to allow his teammate onto the bomb site, segregates CT spawn, gets a 180 frag as well, and now coldzera left in an impossible situation. EUnited have done it. They've broken the streak after losing 5 rounds in a row. They have managed to get one of the border 3 surviving. Not bad.
I remember first saying that he might have to have another operation on his ear, but I don't know if he has found out if that's required, yes or not. Hopefully not. Or if it is, hopefully it's a perma-fix for whatever the issue may be. It'll be interesting to, say, poll the top 20 teams and ask questions like, do you have perfect hearing, or things like that, just to get an idea of what the overall status is.
Do a reaction speed test. You could do a hearing test, vision test,
literacy.
That one, yeah, could do an IQ test as well, maybe.
Let's do all the tests, or just ask them. Where's your IQ? It's massive, bro. It's massive. It's really big. It's the best IQ.
The best one you can get.
That's a piece into the A site. It's too close for even closer. Oh, the spray is so on point, and in comes Stewie. He wants some as well, and he'll get some. And Ace is left with a very red face in the palace. Not much you can do here. Walk around a little bit and try to survive.
The Medusa.
Oh, he saw this one. Oh, he actually hit Fallen as well. He actually hit him. That's amazing.
Awkward. I like to save in this position. I think it's pretty good. So you can get 2 reasonable ranges towards Palace and towards T-spawn. So it's a nice little hidey hole for saving.
No hiding here, I'm afraid. Fur was up close and personal. Using the gun right up to their faces, and it will be 9-4. Tech 9's, Deagles, CZ's, Galils, they are fully invested. It looks like it's going for a straight up B rush here. Is this the call that saves them? I doubt it, but coldzera takes damage at least at the start. They're going to commit. And here we go, the spray down begins, and coldzera makes a meal of it. And they actually might have a shower here. They definitely do. Tarek's gone down as well. B rush looking good.
Fur's in there though. That's like a solid nade. Indeed, will take down 1. He'll push forwards. What else can he do? He has to somehow pry open the bomb site. He needs to be the tool that MIBR need to open things up here, and he can't do enough. It was a lot to ask, and now Fallen has to run back and save. And MIBR have not really built up a lot of economy here, so with the loss bonus, they will be absolutely fine for a full buy with everything that they want, but it's going to leave them with fairly little left afterwards. United have a chance, a stab at a comeback. Now, and I really do feel like they'd need all of the rest of the rounds here to have even the remotest of chances against the likes of MIBR on this map. 5-9 to United, or, well, 9-5 to MIBR.
This was the kill to the side of it, I think. coldzera with nothing. Ace nails the Deagle. And it will be Dapper pushing forward as well. Nothing they could do. Need at least 1 kill to defend the B site. And now United get themselves fully equipped for number 15 here. Looking to deny double digits from MIBR. See if it's possible. Fallen and Tarek now with the snipers. A fast approach towards shore. Dapper's feeling brave. And he'll find fortune as Fur goes down. So does Moose. Fallen bringing things back to a 4-4.
Need to watch more Fallen demos so I can see all the things I'm unable to emulate on a more regular basis. Both teams fighting for the last round of the first half. Jump throw smoke towards the window position. So if any players are holding angles, won't be near the window, but Tarek is ahead of that already. Nice frag from him, doesn't see the bomb. Only 1 player. Dapper flying up short, not for long though. Tarek now going for the flicks. But maybe he has done enough. Cold with the spray, not hitting the mark. Won't be happy with that one. 2 versus 2.
Yeah, Cold's had some pretty awkward one-on-ones today. Not looking his absolute best, but still. Winnable now for EUnited. Decent smoke to get them a nice open plant. Ace in the apartments as well. This is looking quite good for them. Stu from short. Kits available, of course, and incendiary too. So this shot might decide the round, and it will be Fallen and Stewie striking at the same time. You can see the speed there. Two absolute titans of the AWP going at it in terms of reaction speed. And it will be Fallen. It absolutely decimates him, and there we go. It will be Fur at the top, continuing that good form. Everyone fragging well on SK. I've done that about 5 times this league. Everyone doing well on the MIBR side. I apologize. And we can see 12 kills for Dapper. Dazzle on 10 as well. But they're going to need this pistol, boys. I don't feel like they can pull this one through EUnited if they don't get the pistol on the CT side. It has to happen for them.
Agree. They've been pretty damn good on the pistol so far, so we'll see if they can, you know, get that going. Obviously, the first map they won both. We had some excellent performances out of Ace on that cash pistol, CT pistol. Looking for those one taps again, denied though. And we'll have a fast play in towards A from MIBR.
Flying Molotov off the wall above connector. Don't see that very often in a pro match, but every now and then you do. Surprise boost, and Fur is doing massive damage. Very patient shots with the Glock. Jumping around the corner, Fallen, taking nothing for granted. Will allow him to get the kill onto Dazzle. And Relix is left alone now. We're looking at a 13-5 scoreline, or let's say 12-5, because we do have that new economy.
Yeah.
Unless the United go for the force buy here. I think it will happen eventually, but maybe it's too early.
Sick little boost from Fur. Even better on the shot towards the shadow area. What a round, what a day he's having. Unfortunately, he was on the losing team in the first map with Cash. But of course, no force buy from EUnited here. And they're going for an A stack. Let's see what they can do with it. It'll be up to MIBR to give this one up now.
Just all over the place. Not going to find too much, I don't think. Stewie, just walk in.
It's like Wasp, but with a U and a silent W. No?
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. This one is too bizarre for me.
I just wanted to interrupt there, and I'm sorry.
What's like a wasp?
He said USP.
Oh, the USPs. Right. Okay. Now I get it, I guess.
You with us now, Henry?
Yeah, I'm with you.
I thought you'd get it by now.
Yeah.
Been here long enough.
I don't think, well, maybe a couple more weeks. Well, here we go. CTs. Can't really justify going for this one. You'd just be farming the money for MIBR. Look for some exit kills though. See if you can have a crossfire and find anyone who's looking a little impatient.
Do you know why I say things like that, Henry?
Why?
Because there's like 0.1% of the audience at home who will be very angry that I said that. Something that's stupid. They'll be annoyed.
You do it to annoy people?
Just do one or two people
guys.
at home. Just one or two people.
Well,
did you get angry letters?
I don't actually. I get people messaging me on Instagram saying I love you. Dudes, of course.
Just dudes?
Yeah, just dudes.
Oh.
I had one person ask me for a measurement who was a woman.
A measurement?
Yeah, but apart from that, it's all dudes.
What kind of measurement?
Straight sausage fest.
I think the word measurement probably says it all down. Use your imagination.
You know,
what gloves
in Swedish, I guess I have to tell this afterwards.
No, tell it now.
I think it's...
He's gonna. I know what he's gonna say. In Swedish, instead of saying how tall are you, they say how long are you. That's what he wants to say. 5-12. United have much work to do, and doesn't look good for them. I think MIBR have stylistically outclassed them on Mirage so far.
Balcony burst. What do you make of this, Henry?
A Brazilian balcony burst. I don't know. We'll see. Looks like they might be thinking better of it as they've gone back to an execution. So the set piece will be deployed here. They've got 3 players without the one-tap potential. That's Fallen, Stewie, and coldzera. Smokes down makes sense. They want to get close they possibly can towards their targets. 4 of them are helmets, actually. So let's see how this one works out for them. You can see the isolated CT there. That will be Dapper holding on for dear life. He's got so much work to do here. Up against the SMGs. Good start from him. Can he find a second? Absolutely. But still, the trades come in from MIBR here. Ace with no vision. Moose has got some note. Deny the plant, which he does. And there's now a decent chance for EUnited to deny the 13-5.
Dapper got so much out of that position. That's really incredible. MP5 being a nuisance from Cold. coldzera has been on one today. Fur Monster, that is. He's been on one, and he'll take down Ace. coldzera behind him. Trying to get something done with the MP5. Not the easiest at this range, but it's just down to Moose, who can absolutely do this. Their health is not perfect. Moose trying to lay the bullets in, but they will peek him from both sides at once, and that'll be 13-5 claimed by MIBR. They are close to the end of this one.
They are, and you can't really justify a buy for EUnited here, but you can partially purchase into it. I mean, you get like a CZ armor, maybe a bit of utility, probably not a kit considering the money. So Ace will keep his money strong and be on the USP, and we'll see what they can do. Looks like a B stack. Maybe not, they've actually got 2 players on A, so pretty standard formation. And the first kill against a USP, Ace with no armor, outduels coldzera, who looks like he's getting a bit frustrated today. They're not playing this properly. This is an absolute mess.
Oh my god.
1 by 1 into the tightest choke points on the map. And they're not going to get a single kill.
How's it like that?
You let your concentration down for a second, you will be punished.
Rat-a-tat-tat, Dapper down. 2 to a bomb site now for EUnited. Trying to push that the apartment's position, so they're going to get all the information that they require. There is plenty of time for MIBR, that's one thing, and there's only 1 AK in the hands of EUnited on Dazzle, who's on the Palace position, or Shadow position at the moment. So got to make decisions. It's time to make decisions here for MIBR as to where to go. Bomb moving towards that B bomb site, making all the noise. Oh, this is so, always feels so awkward. Trying to bait something with the footsteps. Can't find it though. And the flash over the top. Now going towards A. Stewie's already in a forward position. Just needs to catch somebody, but Dazzle. It's such a strong position where they go for it. Oh, they push towards this angle. They didn't check for it. And that's going to be that shut down by the only AK on the side. 6 rounds for EUnited. Not done just yet.
Yeah, that's a weird one for me. Like, coldzera is being out-dueled from window.
Yeah.
In a default by a USP of no armor. And then to counter that, Fur runs out, knife out, trying to run towards connector. He goes down and no backup, no teammates. Gives away 2 rifles. Then they try their luck towards the apartments. There you go down. It's just like, that's just such an avoidable situation. Like, if you just go for a default correctly with the smokes a window, still treating like a gun round, you're going to win that. But they let their concentration go just for a second, and it's still fine. It's all 13-6 up, but it's going to be a little bit closer here. As the execute fully towards the site, Ace will open things up, but Tarek might shut them down. Dazzle will be dropped, and now the Orbs out of position with the smokes being deployed in such an efficient manner. Dapper's been so strong throughout this game, trying to find the gap, can't deny the plant, and the retake begins with a good shot from Moose.
Big spray from Moose. 4 versus 3 now in favor of EUnited. Molotov deployed to default, forcing Fallen back into the bullets of Dapper. 2 remaining, Third taken out by the bench. And now coldzera, it's time for him to step up and at least do as much damage as possible. Smokes on the bomb. And it will just be the 1 frag there for MIBR. Quite the retake for EUnited. A comfortable 4 men staying alive. Much needed money in the bank. And now the deficit is 6.
Should be eco as well. MIBR will have to wait a little bit longer to close this one out. Maybe all the rounds will be seen at this point. Couldn't do it against the USPs. And it looks like they'll be in a partial buy situation themselves with the CZs and Scouts. Deagle for Fur. And it's just Cold and Fallen who have the armor. The incendiary down will probably dissuade Stewie from going any further.
Nice catch there from Tariq. See if Ace can escape this position. You can see they're trying to harass him. Dapper, again, looking really sharp this game so far for his team. He's by far doing the most damage on the side. Just trying to do everything he possibly can here. And just Cold Zero left, so job done. Poor Relics, though, having a hard game. It's only 2 kills, 2 for 15 at the moment.
Wow, what happened to him?
Yeah, he is playing B, but still, it's been a tough life.
Well, second half.
Yep.
2 kills is tough.
It's tough, it's rough.
Like the top skin of a shark. 5 rounds between the 2 sides. Flashes to cause the CT's early problems on the A-bomb site. They put him in less aggressive positions. Ace missing a shot. Dapper spotting through the smoke. And things will slow down as they take their initial positions, both sides. Firm moving through the underpass. Fallen gonna smoke the window. Will there be a smoke towards connector? It's a re-smoke of the window. So Fair will smoke off the connector position. Teammate could flash for him to have a look. He'll just go in there, of course. Fair being fair. Someone was there, it probably fragged them. Seeking information now is Dazzle. But surely he goes close to the corner here. Tariq will have the slightest of advantages. This is interesting. Oh, he's going wide. Marvelous. There we go. That's the benefit. The footsteps may be hurt, but he'll fall back.
Good smoke down. Good advantage to find as well. EUnited one out of this game, it seems. MIBR might be kicking themselves from the mistakes made previously. It should be over.
Oh.
Fallen doesn't seem to anticipate the positioning of Dapper. That's bomb going down as well. That's round pretty much with 30 seconds remaining.
Ooh, denied. Poor Relics, man. Poor Relics, being hunted. Saved by the Moose. Oh, it's like one of the worst positions you can possibly imagine the bomb to go down. It's a very tight choke point. CT is challenging and going down, but there's nothing that can be done here now for MIBR, so they will concede another round. 9 to EUnited coming up. There it is. Any frags? Oh, Relics, no.
That was close to both of them. I think Fair was AFK. I think one of them was AFK. Maybe not. Well then, do we start to wonder?
Yes, we certainly do. It should have been done, should have been over, but we'll find ourselves in a position where EUnited get double figures here. That's the start of their real difficult part of the journey. But MIBR with 2 AKs and pistols. Stewie looking to get aggressive towards that connector. Can he find the first pick? I doubt it very much, considering the smoke. Needs to find amazing timing, maybe a flashbang from a teammate. That's not even available, really. Dazzle might have missed a trick here, but still nails it. Good flashbang, that's what they're waiting for. Stewie will go down. Ace holding strong towards jungle. They need to try and bet out a couple more shots from him. He actually missed the kill, I think. He was going for and got the player in the back.
He might have got both. Well, they've got the bomb now, the CT side, and it's a question of damage. Speaking of which, Fallen will take a HE grenade. Although I do not believe he has revealed his position. Is there a chance for him to get a second kill, not just the first? But Dazzle holding an angle in connector. Spots one, and that's as far as he will go. So that's 5 rounds in a row for EUnited. 5. They've got money. They're only 3 rounds away. Although it won't take much for MIBR to turn the corner. And they still have a buffer, so they won't feel too concerned yet. But concern is also around the corner.
Yeah, if they have a bomb down this round, MIBR will have so much money in the following one. See if they can do it. Smoke over the Molotov, and MIBR start to pressure the apartments as well, but then come the nades of the CTs. So just a back and forth there. Double up will be an interesting dynamic. Relics picking that one up to, or the second one up to that B bomb site. And again, he's had a very slow game so far. Still on 2 kills, unfortunately, but hopefully in this round he can try to get something going should the bomb go towards that B bomb site. And it's there was some harassment, some more forward nades thrown towards the apartments, but in fact the rotation will come in. It will actually be the A bomb sites here for MIBR.
Moonwalking into the scope of Ace, although he will not last very long. Not expecting a second player there. Having to cover the short position, but now Relix is on short. Perhaps he will catch somebody off. Especially as they start to hunt for a player in CT. Nice snap from Dapper, but surely he is done for. Indeed he is. Dazzle maybe trying to help out. He'll fall as well. Now we have a 2 versus 3. Relix with the AWP on short. The bomb is still on a ramp, just checking for a flank. They've got good position in MIBR, although they have no one in CT. So where do they plant the bomb?
To the right-hand side of default would be ideal, I would say, but they're just going for the straight-up plant. That's not. Moose luckily doesn't capitalize upon it. So, retake possible. Whether they'll go for it's another question. Moose holding up towards spawn. Here comes Redix into that connector position as well. He looks a little bit compromised. He can't really check everything. Gonna have to make some noise eventually. Throwing that smoke will give his position up. And he gets a kill, but decent effort will not be rewarded. 14-10, MIBR take one back. There should be plenty of money for EUnited after winning 5 rounds in a row, as we mentioned. MIBR in touching distance now are closing this map out. EUnited will go for the double AWP setup once again. Relix and Ace, quite a scary combo. Need to be careful, they lose this round. That will be their money gone, and the GG pretty much gifted to MIBR.
Well then. Well then, right then, so then. Double AWPs continue here. I'm really rooting for Relix to get something out of this AWP. This might not be it though against Fallen. Oh god. Oh dear. And indeed. Can't quite catch a break. And that's an opening there. Fallen can apply the pressure. Salts in the wounds. And this is really annoying because it will affect the rotation. You can see that Dapper has to pull back to try to reinforce this B bomb site because Fallen's presence there is so significant, and the bomb will be collected. They can go towards A, they can go for a B split, they can do all sorts here. They've got mid control as well. EUnited, they have Palace control. Ace is very forward there, which does give them some information, but still MIBR massively favorited here.
Absolutely. A split looking likely. We'll see which way they want to finish up. Dazzle defending towards the connector. You can see that smoke on the jungle side will make his retreat a little bit more tricky. This kill might decide the game. He won't get it initially, but certainly does. 5 on 3. Dapper's been so good, but that flashbang's even better. Ace locked out of the Palace position. That's the round. They're better off to saving that AWP now. 15-10. Money wrecked.
It's been cool to see how active Dapper has actually been. Like, it does really feel like he's stepped up to this challenge. And for these players, you know, they absolutely must be, you know, they look up to all the Brazilian core. They look up to Stewie. They look up to Tarek. You know, these are major winning, legendary champions that they're playing against. And for an up-and-coming team like EUnited, it must feel so awesome to finally get to this point where you can play against them.
I'm pretty sure MIBR is the only team that has every player as a major winner, right? That's the
must be.
Yeah.
You got the North American contingent on there, which is obviously inspirational for a North American team, but also the Brazilian core, which is in of its own right one of the most legendary.
I guess.
Maybe the most legendary core.
Yeah, that would make sense, right? Yeah. So
yeah.
Apart from Astralis, obviously they're actively still going. So the only team I can think of that has a major win on every. And I guess that was before the last major. That still would have been true. But ever since the London major, obviously Astralis.
Oh yeah, because Magisk, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy times for him.
Very happy times as Ace looks to keep him in the game. Good start, takes down Stewie. So much more to be done here though, and Tarek, he isn't slowing down just yet.
4 on 4. Bomb's in a safe place for the time being, as the focus is on mid. Dapper trying to hold on to the connector position. Fur will creep around it just in case of a push. Minute 20. Bomb being collected now and moving towards the A site. Simple split is what's wanted here from MIBR, for MIBR. Double peek and a trade. Dapper does 2. It's pretty good. Now it's 2 versus 3 for MIBR, and they only know where 1 CT is. Oh, what in the blazes? Aim for the head. Cold Zero with the 180. With 1 HP now, is that enough to take it over the line?
Nade damage onto Dapper. Oh, that's fantastic. Now just falling there for the AWP. Nails Relics. Looks for the next one. Can't find it. Dapper, the absolute hero for EUnited at the moment.
I thought it was all done when Cold Zero gets that 180.
Yeah.
Fallen left in the 2-on-1. Didn't quite know that Dapper was so close. He's still there for MIBR. Not so much for EUnited. He saved the AWP, but they'll still have to juggle weapons around. Compromises need to be made. 2 MP9s, 2 AWPs, and utilities, not too bad. Let's see what they can do with it now.
Fast firing MP9, 2 of them in position on this map for the CT side. No one though in position to flash dazzle into ramp. Would be a huge flash as well. So many players poised. Stewie flying into the connector position, so the smoke will go down first. That is almost perfect timing for the CTs, but not quite. And maybe this is it for MIBR. Dapper around the triple position. That's where he will fall. 3 versus 2 though. Relics rotating in and Moose holding on to CT.
Fur is, or rather Fallen is the only healthy player here in this position. He has a bomb as well, so it lives. This round lives and dies by him for MIBR. So he has to fall back. And he will do so, finding a plant at default perhaps. Fur running all the way towards the B bomb site, but Fallen already made the plant noise. Not sure if anyone was close enough to hear that. Fur, so much time has been bought for him to go for the flank. This is ridiculous. They're surely here. Did he stop just in time? Oh my god, he stopped just in time. There's the first kill. What does that say to the rest of the CTs for EUnited? Fallen still waiting to go for this plant onto the A bomb site. 1v1 against Relics. Oh, he didn't look the right way, but still somehow manages to survive this further with the crossfire. That's beautiful from MIBR. Can Ace clutch this with the AWP and the USP? Oh, that's so ridiculous. What? Fallen, 20 HP. Oh my god, it's so close. Ace is stuck in a corner now. Fallen has to go for the bomb plant. The time pressure is there. Now Ace knows it's probably safe to move. Oh my god, Fallen. How has he done it? It's crazy. What a play from him and Fur.
That's so ridiculous. The fact that Fur comes all the way in there, they didn't hear him like you said, and then it was then up to Ace to hit that ridiculous shot towards the connector. Oh my goodness, what a great game. A couple of fantastic maps, I have to say. They'll split the points right down the middle. 3 for each team. MIBR taking home the more recent ones on Mirage there. Lots of great moments on Mirage once again. And EUnited, they seem like they can keep up a lot of these teams. That wasn't embarrassing. That was not a fail. That was actually very good. And they kept MIBR on their toes towards the end. It took an amazing clutch from Fur and Fallen to bring that one in their favor. That was very entertaining, especially towards the end. But with another stunning performance there. And to be fair, I think Dapper deserves some of the praise as well, Dan.
Yeah, he played really light, so I can see here, getting just these key frags, always able to get that extra one, which made it very difficult for MIBR to close the rounds out. And his aim looks just so sharp as well. He was absolutely in the zone in this game, and we could see it. Not only serves to make us, I think, much more excited seeing future EUnited matchups.
I absolutely agree. A fantastic day for Counter-Strike so far. This was the final round where Fur and Fallen, fair play to Ace. He looked dangerous still there. That shot towards connector was stunning. And so were the frag totals. You look at Fur once again, deep in the 20s there, 28 and 15. At the very top of EUnited, of course, it's Dapper, 29 kills to his name. As I mentioned, himself, and I guess Moose don't really get much of a mention. It's normally Ace and Relics we're talking about.
Look at Relics though, my goodness.
385 total damage.
Blazing it at the bottom.
and we played so many rounds as well.
That's crazy. Ooh. And considering the score is so close, he will probably feel like he lost in the game. But it's you live as a team, you die as a team, you win as a team, you lose as a team. So it is what it is, whatever. Sometimes you have a bad game.
Sometimes you do. That's the trick.
I like though that even when momentum is firmly with the other team, at least on the server, you don't see hints of EUnited suffering from that. which
they
I
seem
think
like
some other teams do.
they're in the conversation to win around whatever happens. They seem to have an idea, a strategy, or a stack, just something they believe in that will give them at least a kill. They're not always going to give up and just roll over. So I think that's nice. They always seem to find a way to make rounds interesting. Either way, that's the end of EUnited, but it's not the end of MIBR because we have them coming up next against Luminosity.
Yes,
that'll be an amazing game. Luminosity haven't got the most amazing stats in ECS so far, but they have delivered some really exciting performances. Some almost comebacks have been delivered, like 3 or 4 times now, and I feel against their fellow countrymen, it will be an excellent game to watch. You should definitely be there. It'll be coming up actually very soon. We'll probably be taking a break for 5 minutes and be back, so do not go anywhere.